Hello, guys, and welcome back. Today, I'm going to be just touching up on a couple of different scenarios of the actual our shorelines that are at the most western part of the state, and which would be through what they call playas. Tijuana. It doesn't really have what you would consider a port or like where you can go dock your boat or any kind of like a marina type. You basically just well, you would just launch off the sand and make it work. There wasn't really anything specific for that purpose at that time. Of course, with time they drudge and they take they'll make an actual where you can dock your boat privately, or I don't think yeah it would all go through private, so you'd have to actually have permission to tie down there. So during that stretch, there's not really a centralized marina in Las Playas de Tijuana. So as you cross the actual line, the border, that's when you become, I believe it's federal property through the whole shoreline until you hit the city of Imperial Beach, whatever footage or whatever mileage it is. Then the city of Imperial Beach, which is a suburb of San Diego County. So from a certain point, now they have a pier, but that's the extent of it. After that, it becomes a federal, no, no, it becomes a state park. I believe it's state park or federal park. I don't know, but it is private to the sense where you have to pay, and they have facilities where you can shower, you can camp. It's a really, really good spot. If you get yourself in there in the summertime, take your camper down there, make up some reservations. You give reservations online too, so that way you don't have to take the chance of not getting a spot down there because it gets pretty full pretty fast. But they only allow a certain amount of motorhomes. It's a really good time, and it's just north of the actual city of Imperial Beach. And along there, you'll have federal military uh, post, and all the sites will tell you which ones there are, and it actually connects to the same strand, which is called the Silver Strand, to the island of Coronado, which the famous Hotel del Coronado. It's all on the same. It's all on the same side because on the actual bay side, now that's federal property there, which federal laws are different than state laws. Because the state, I don't think you can still drink in the park. I think at that particular park, you can still consume alcohol. And on the opposite side, also, you cannot. It's something about you can't be on the boat or vice versa, one of them two. But anyways, that whole area is pretty much all wildlife. So you have your so what you don't have an actual marina on that actual stretch. Is it called Silver Strand? Silver Strand. You do not have any kind of marina where you can dock and kind of hide out or unload whatever packages you're going to bring over across and everything. So, like I said, we used to run this high tech equipment that gave us a big advantage and a big jump on what was coming our way, right? And when you have one of something, that one of something can be not good because that one something people can see that it's there, that it's not there, or if they're actually working. So, quite often, if not nightly, they would have these what they would call pangas, these speedboats, and they would just run north, but not for people, not for people. So you can imagine what it's actually transporting, and they get their destination. And when we were actually observing all this, all we can do was just call it out call it out for what it was. And if there was a boat unit available, if they're already out there, we wouldn't know because we don't know their schedule. But our job was just to report it. And if the Coast Guard or San Diego PD, they also have their harbor units. If they intercept it, or who knows, but that's all we can do is just report it. And it happened quite often. And you can see, you can peep out wherever you're observing from. You can actually peep out into the night. You cannot, you can see them only through the equipment that we had. We can actually see the illumination of the boat traveling fast, and it's just it's a swift operation, drop and load, and then bounce back. That driver of the captain of that the boat or vessel shoots on back until the next day. So their job is to just unload, and then somebody else is supposed to come back and retrieve it. Now, if I imagine now if the sheriffs intercept that call, or if Border Patrol has somebody just up north or just head up north, you can see where it's going. And also, you had to be also very observant, because if you see, and this is going both north and south, if you see a truck with a trailer, best believe ask questions, because why is that truck traveling internationally with no vessel on that trailer? So that means that they're going to meet up with a certain boat. And that did happen also, but these weren't the same type of boats. These were more of a fishing vessel, more room. Now that you can start trickling in the human smuggling side, where these small, almost like cigar type boats, fast boats, that was for product, but yet these other bigger vessels were for actual. You can throw in some people in there too. So, and we'll have a couple of more stories on the actual vessels, on how shipyards actually are we're taking government contracts and doing the services, doing the actual construction of boats and everything. But on the back end, we're also actually doing special work for certain boats and creating special compartments, special compartments where it can be undetected. So they're actually taking the government contracts to start off with, and then taking other groups, other businessmen's job also to alternate fishing vessels. But that's for another video. Thanks, and like and subscribe, guys. See you guys later.